So let me explain exactly what I plan to do. So as of right now, I have 3,000 shares. A lot of you guys know that I've purchased over 5,000 shares at a time. And my main focus is to trade AMC when it's bullish. I'm not here to say that I'm an ape. I'm not here to glorify it. I'm here to simply take advantage of an opportunity when the overall direction is in my favor. Am I going to sell all of my shares? Just to keep this video super short and sweet? No, not at all. I plan to sell half of my shares. And let me just explain to you why, and then in the comment section, feel free to do whatever it is or say whatever it is that you want, right? I have a lot of money invested right now in my position. Even with this lighter position in comparison to what I did have invested, I have $164,000. AMC has been a blessing since I've originally invested in it or have been trading it since $26 a share. You guys have seen my days where I've been up 20K, 60K. There's been days that I've been down 10K, right? And it's been a very enjoyable roller coaster, more green than red, definitely. Now it's beginning to indicate signs of a resistance at $60, and we tested that resistance level today. So I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. I was ready to double down on my position. I wanted to go in with over 5,000 shares if it broke out above $60. You guys can see that almost every single time it got rejected. It got rejected. Today we tested that price level and right around $60.25, it got rejected once again, and now we're below EMA. The whole idea is I want to be fully invested when the direction is in my favor. Now, by having a heavy position when the direction is not in my favor, that just puts me in an unfortunate position where if it begins to pull back, I have so much money invested that I pretty much just give back some of the profits that I already made when I can do one of two things, right? Well, the approach that I want to take is because, right, even during this video, right, I went from break even to down $1,000 on the day. So it just shows you how much I have invested. I'm not going to sell my entire position, but I want to prepare and set my future self up for success. And what does that look like for me? Hear me out. As of right now, we're consolidating. There's a possibility based off of previous resistance levels at $60 a share that it can pull back to $43, $30 a share. And I want to make sure that I can buy more AMC at those lower levels. But I'm not going to feel very motivated to buy AMC at those lower levels if I'm fully invested already. I'm not going to have the ability to buy at those lower levels. So because it's already showing signs of a resistance and because it's hesitating to break above $60 a share, then I can just cut my position in half from where it is that I have right now. So I'm still going to be invested with over $80,000, which is a decent amount, right? In comparison to my other positions, I still have some skin in the game. I still want to partake in the action. But I need to make sure that one of two things. A very common mistake that I see a lot of beginners make is they get super excited, super emotional, and they forget the whole reason they're even invested, right? The whole reason that we put money into the market is to make money, right? At least that's my intention. And by being fully invested, if it pulls back, guess what? I'm going to become an emotional mess, right? I'm not going to be able to tolerate that pullback as easily as I might if I have a lighter position. And when it comes down to risk management, let's be honest. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. AMC is a risky stock. High risk, high reward. It comes with the territory. So I need to make sure that I do my part in mitigating risk more on this than the average blue chip stock, right? And I just wanted to share my trade plan with you guys. You guys don't have to copy what it is I do. I'd never encourage you to copy anyone. At the end of the day, you should simply do what makes the most sense for you. And I think that because of this obvious resistance level at $60, it's pulling on back, and I want to buy more. I want to buy more than even what I have right now. But I am seeing signs of it breaking below EMA, the potential pullback to go back down to $44. I don't want to ride it all the way down with $160,000. I'm not an ape. I don't care about those names, right? I am a trader. I like to set my future self up for success. I'm not perfect, so I'm going to make mistakes. But I also want to have some skin in the game that if this short squeeze that everyone continues to talk about actually plays out, I still have $80,000 invested. Even at half of my position at 1,500 shares, I'll still have $80,000, which, let's be honest, that's more than the average probably trader has when it comes down to their AMC position. So I want you guys to know that I have your best interests in mind, right? When it comes down to I always want to encourage you, not tell you what to do, as you never should be told what to do, right, by anyone, but encourage you to have a plan. Set your future self up for success. If you want to hold and you want to, because you want to be called diamond hands or you want to be called an ape, then all power to you. You'll reap the benefit if it actually pushes up through that short squeeze, but there's two sides to every opportunity. So you'll also experience a much heavier loss if it pulls back. So just be aware of that, right? So do your part in setting your future self up for success. Don't be surprised, be prepared. And that's a very simple step that you can take. And it's taking time to plan out your trade, your position size, and make sure that you're well balanced, that you have enough money invested in your trade or your investment that you feel motivated to follow up with it, but not so much that worst case scenario, we have to talk about it, if it pulls on back, that you become an emotional mess. And that's the simple question that I'm going to leave you with. It's a rhetorical question. You can answer it yourself. Are you prepared for a pullback? And if you answer yes, right, because the dollar amount that you have invested, if it pulls on back and you're like, I'm fine. I'm up so much on AMC. You guys have been killing it. Some of you guys have an average purchase price of $10, $4. I've seen people even at, even at $2, right? 15, I began to trade it when I was at 26, so I didn't have that luxury. So my idea was, buy the low, sell the highs, reduce position size, buy the low, sell the highs and stuff like that. But yeah, just, if you can tolerate a pullback, all power to you. I just want to have your best interest in mind, set up a plan, stay well balanced, and stay effective. But if you're someone that's very heavily invested and you're not taking into consideration that if it pulls on back, that, you could lose a decent amount of money. And if you're not in a position to tolerate that, then guess what? You're probably going to cut losses at the lowest point. You're going to become an emotional mess. You're going to become discouraged, and you don't want that for your future self. So all I'm saying is this is fun. This is a fun stock to trade, but it's a very risky stock, and we need to talk about it, right? It is your job to manage your position size. It is your job to manage your risk. And I simply wanted to share my plan. So right now we're at $1,800 of loss, and you guys have seen in the past, 5 minutes, I've gone from break even to down $1,800. I was up over, I think during the Learn Plan Profit live trading session this morning, I was up over $15,000 as we hit highs of $60 a share. So AMC is a stock that's great when it is, when the direction is in your favor, right? And then it's not when it's not, in the sense of when it begins to pull back, everyone begins to freak out. Just don't be someone that freaks out. How do you do that? You prepare for a pullback. That's all. It's the very simple things in life that people tend to overcomplicate. And trust me, the stock market is no exception. So I'm very excited to follow up with AMC. I just felt like I owed you guys an update, as I've been updating you guys on my green day. On my green days, yesterday was a $23,000 day. The day before that on Friday was also a little bit over $15,000. Last week was one of my best trading weeks when it came down to percentage growth. I had a $60,000 day on AMC. It's been such a blessing. So I'm not concerned about the $2,000, right? Some of you guys might be asking, Ricky, how do you deal with red days? How do you ask that question when, if you put yourself in a position where you can potentially make $60,000 in a day with how much money I had invested, how can you not expect or prepare to be in the red, right? I've been in the red $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory in the position that you put yourself in. If I choose to trade with this much money, I have to understand that it's not just all, rainbows and butterflies, right? There's red days, and loss is inevitable. It's the stock market. It is simply our job as traders to manage it, and it's as simple as that. So I am very excited. I'm still very grateful for the opportunity that AMC has presented to me as a trader. I just need to make sure that I keep my future self into consideration, and that is what I'm sharing with you guys today. My trade plan, where I'm still invested with $80,000. So feel free to share your opinions or your comments down in the comment section. But at the end of the day, I have my best intention in place, just in case that it does pull on back. I hope that you guys know that once it does find a support level, I'm going to do my part in buying at those lower levels, and then I'd love to ride it back up with an effective position size. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up. I hope that you guys can consider subscribing. If you're an absolute beginner, feel free to ask me any questions. You guys can join our free Facebook group. That's actually that first link down in the description. And let me know also in the comment section. I was planning on making a Webull setup video. So my whole Webull setup, how it is that I have these custom widgets and stuff like that. So if you guys would like me to make that video and explain my entire setup, all we ask you to do is to drop a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also consider subscribing. Like always, guys, continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be a driver of success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.